beautiful.
I'm Angela Matthews.
And I'm Cindy Jackson, and we're with Back to 30 Rejuvenation Centers, and we're here to talk about tips, tricks, and celebrity secrets. And today we're going to talk about the perfect pout.
And yes, we mean lips, guys.
We do mean lips.
You know, the only thing we forgot to bring today, Cindy, is the mistletoe, although I guess that would have been weird.
Yeah, that would have been weird.
I guess I brought my husband with me.
I know. Well, the holidays are kind of past us, so now we're moving into the new holiday, which in 3 weeks is going to be the lovers' holiday. So we love you guys. Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. And for Valentine's Day, see, mistletoe would still kind of be appropriate. You do want the perfect pout for Valentine's Day. We have a lot at Back to 30 that we can do to make your lips kissable.
Yes, we do. So that's one of the areas that a lot of people, when they're first talking about what has fallen on their face or they want to fix on their face, it's interesting to me because you and I guess because we're in the industry, we always look at cheeks and we want to lift up where we've fallen. But most people, their problem area is lips.
So guys, it's really interesting if you think about the way that we age, and we've learned so much over the years. There's so much that we can do for lips, but we want to kind of talk about how the lip ages us. One of the things that happens is as we age, we do tend to lose fat in places we don't want it, and we put it in places that we don't want it. And one of the places that we lose fat is actually in the lip. Now, I'm going to talk about myself specifically because I tend to have a naturally thin lip. However, my lips are thinner as I've aged. One other thing that tends to happen is the lip elongates. And when it starts to elongate, it actually starts to turn under a little bit. And there's a few reasons that happens. One, the skin starts to stretch a little bit. The other thing is, and this one is really interesting, and it's something that we don't think about a lot, but we actually start to have bone resorption. So the maxilla, or the top bone, actually starts to resorb and kind of go back. So as we start to age, what you're going to notice is the lip starts to look really long, but what's really happened is we don't have as much support from the underlying bone. So there's all kinds of things that happen to make the lip look smaller. And I like to think about people in nursing homes. They're precious. You know,
yes,
they really are precious. However, if you can picture their mouth, you're going to really understand what we're talking about that aging process. And you go from young to there, but there's a process to get there. And the great thing is we have all kinds of things we can do to minimize the visibility of that.
We do. So one of the things that we always talk about is we are an Allergan company. We love, love, love Allergan.
And remember, guys, Allergan is the maker of Botox and filler and Kybella, and they do other things too. And it's the largest aesthetic company in the entire world.
And we at Back to 30 are so proud to say that there is tons of accounts. In fact, 48,000 cosmetics account nationally.
Yes, 48,000 in the United States cosmetic accounts. If you are in the top 500 in the nation, then you are in the top 1%. Back to 30 is in the top 100 accounts. And we're there because we have the best team members who inject a lot of great clients.
They do.
We love you guys. Our practitioners are awesome for a reason, and we're very proud to be in the top 1% for such a great company.
And one of the reasons we're there too is because we train.
And retrain.
And we have training going on all the time regarding the newest techniques. In fact, we're very excited. We're going to be revealing in the next few weeks. We've got some special stuff that we've learned, not just nationally, but worldwide, which we will be rolling out to all of our clients. So we're thrilled about that.
And that's going to coincide with the opening of Boiling Springs, which, guys, we are literally days away from the Boiling Springs, which is location number 5.
So going back to Allergan, one of the products that we use is a Juvederm product to go ahead and give fullness in the lip. And the reason we've chosen Juvederm is really the molecular structure, because I grew up in the day when collagen was actually injected in the lips. In fact, I can honestly say I look like Goldie Hawn from the First Wife Club. The very first time I was injected, I had short black hair. I did it before I went to New Orleans with my brother for Mardi Gras, and you can imagine what a character I look like.
That's so fun, like a comic strip character.
I do look like a comic strip character, but thank God everything has kind of evolved, and now it's like we can have these great lips. And what I like about Juvederm versus other products out there is the molecular structure is more soft and round, so I don't feel granules under my lips.
So that is one of the benefits of being an Allergan company. Allergan does have superior products, in our opinion. It's the reason we use them. They do more research and development than any other company and they're also the largest. So there's a lot of reasons why we prefer to go with them and why we only sell the best products. And Cindy is correct in saying that it has a softer molecular structure. And we want to kind of talk a little bit about what Juvederm is, what filler even is, because there's two fillers that we use in the lip. But the first thing that we all need to understand is that filler is actually a hyaluronic acid product. And hyaluronic acid, just the word acid sometimes sounds a little harsh and it sounds a little scary, but it's really not. Hyaluronic acid is abundant. We have it in abundance in our body. It is everywhere, and hyaluronic acid actually holds its weight in water. It could be 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times its weight in water. And it's all about how it's woven together. And if it's woven together in one way, it's going to hold a little bit of water. If it's woven together in another way, it's going to hold a lot of water. And so if we inject a hyaluronic acid product, in this case, in our lips, depending on how it's woven together, we're going to get volume. Or if it's woven together a different way, as in Vobella,
which is the newest filler out there, and it's fantastic.
It's specific for lips. That is more for definition. So one's for very subtle definition and one's for volume. And quite often, people are going to use both of those products. Sometimes they want to have bigger lips. Sometimes they want to have more definition. The cool thing is, with Vobella, it lasts, even though it's a very thin, very subtle filler, it lasts in the lips about a year. It's really close to a year, which is a long time for lips, guys.
It does. And with Vobella, one of the things that I like about it is you can also, as you mentioned, get definition. But what I noticed is a lot of people, as you gain in age, including myself, you lose that little Cupid's bow. So those little lines that you have right underneath your nose and that perky little point that you have there, which gives you that kissable lip look, you do lose that as you age. So using Vobella, it gives you that definition.
Or for people who, and I know you guys don't do this, but let's say you have friends who smoke. We can get smoker's lines. Or if you're a person who thinks and purses your lips, if you drink through a straw, you can get little lines, and even though you're not a smoker, they look like smoker's lines. You can use Vobella there to help get rid of it. There's little lines.
It is, and Vobella's great also for someone who just wants a little touch up. Let's say you've never had your lips done before, so you're a lip virgin, and you want to come in and have your lips done. Then what you probably want to do is talk really about, do you want volume? Because we can always do volume, or do you want definition? And then our skilled injectors will go ahead and determine which is which.
Or maybe you're one of those that wants both.
Yes, and we can do both.
But we are going to tell you guys, typically with our injectors, we like to start and kind of ease you into it. So if you've got like super thin lips, like my family tends to have, we probably aren't going to want to go from there to Angelina Jolie, because that's not going to look natural for you. What beautiful really is to enhance what you have. And what most people do when they come to see us is they say, you know what, my lips are a little thinner than they used to be. I'm going to look like they did when I was in my 20s or when I was 30.
There we go. So yeah, it's real easy to do it. And again, it's all about technique. So remember, when you are going to do filler, you want to make sure you go to someone who's skilled, who's trained
and retrained
over and over, and who's got a real good artistic eye. Because let's face it, if you're going to have the perfect pout and kissable lips, you want to make sure that they're done right the first time and not having to do all the extra stuff that comes with it.
And we guys, when we say this about the practitioners, we can't say enough. We sincerely feel that we have the best, most talented injectors around, really. And we have invested as a company a lot into our injectors. We have Allergan training. I mean, we're a huge account for Allergan, so they send us training after training after training. They go to other seminars outside of that. We fly injectors in from the West Coast. We have one of the top Allergan trainers, in fact, that we bring in to teach our injectors the newest and the latest and the greatest. And people ask us all the time, you know, Angela and Cindy, would you rather have a surgeon, a doctor, a nurse, a PA? Who do you want to inject you? And our answer is going to be, we want a person to inject us who does it all the time. We don't want someone who does it as a side job or who does that once a week. We want the person who does it every day, all day long, because those people are going to be the best. They've had the most experience and typically are going to have a better artistic eye. So we just can't say enough. We love our job.
We do love our job.
We love you guys too.
We do. And besides filler, let's talk a little bit about a couple topical products, because there are a couple things that you can use if you have fine lines you want to fill in. So we would recommend that you first do Vobella,
Yes.
And then on top of that, topically, you could go ahead and use TNS.
TNS. So we're a Skin Medica account. Skin Medica, again, is an Allergan company. One of the reasons that we like Allergan is because they do the most research and development, and they're medical grade, meaning that you're going to have enough of the product to be effective. A lot of non-medical grade products have some good things in there, but they're just not legally allowed to have enough that it makes an effective change. Skin Medica is not that product. Skin Medica is medical grade, and it is Allergan, so you can rest assured that if they sell it, it's going to work. Well, in fact, if 30 sells it, it's going to work.
Absolutely. So there's 2 TNS. There's one that plumps up the lip, so this will actually give you a little more plumpness. And we always recommend that you would use this about once a day, a couple times a day. This actually is a line refine. So those fine lines that we were talking about around the mouth that you would have injected with Bobella, you could then go ahead and use this topically. And we have a lot of clients that use this line refine also around their eyes for the crow's feet.
You know, I've had people that do. Actually, we've got some injectors who like to do that.
They do. And a tip and trick on this is actually put it in the refrigerator and get it cold. And so if you get it cold and then you're putting it on right around your eyes, it's kind of that, remember the old cucumbers, like the wake up mask?
I do.
This works the same way, but it has longer lasting results. So your makeup will go on smoother, you're gonna look really refreshed. And let's face it, if you were up a little late the night before, maybe like a couple weeks ago when Clemson was winning and beating Bama, then
I think
you
I'm
probably
still
need the line
worse from
refine.
that, guys. I have to be honest. I still have my voice is trying to, yeah.
I know, I think so too. So we're very proud of Clemson too, since
Yes.
we're from Greenville, South Carolina. But anyhow, if you guys are looking for the perfect pout, we have it all. We invite you to come. We do consultations. They're always complimentary. We do have fantastic practitioners. But explore it, because Valentine's Day is coming. Goodbye, beautiful.
Back to 30, join the fight. Cut out the signs of aging without using a knife.